Hello and welcome to another public class from hollytreeenglish.com. My name is Holly, or Teacher Holly, and I want to apologize for this little bit of a late start. There were some technical difficulties, but they are now solved. And I want to welcome you to this public class from hollytreeenglish.com. It is a pronunciation class where we will work on pronouncing difficult English words and work on them together, because language is a thing that brings us together. So if you don't see the link to join in your inbox, check your spam folder. And if you are not subscribed, then I will tell you that you can subscribe to the email list, check my Google Plus profile, and you will receive information about future classes. Let's see, we have Rafa, we have Mohammed with us. Hello.
Hello, Teacher Holly.
Hello.
What's up?
And Mohammed, are you having trouble? Okay, you are not muted, but there's something wrong with your connection or microphone. Poor fellow, he always has trouble joining us. Okay, so how are you doing, Rafa?
I'm doing pretty well. I've been studying for 1 hour, or an hour to now, English, and I can join your class. You're always interesting class. Right now, unfortunately, I cannot. I cannot join your other classes, but as always, a pleasure. Stay here.
My other classes, what are you mean session 2?
Yeah, I cannot join your session 2 or session 3.
So there's no session 3 today, so you're not missing anything. There's no session 3 because I have holiday events. I'm going to party.
Oh, perfect.
And drink apple cider. Sugar. No. I'm going to try and not eat sweets. We will see if that works, but I'm going to try not to eat sweets because I had some holiday cookies yesterday, and I'm trying to minimize my holiday sweets. So, and Aka-Ken is with us. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How about now?
Oh, your sound is great now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. How are you?
Fine, not bad. I have my coffee, so I will be able to teach the class. No, I'm joking.
You're lucky. You're lucky in California because I was talking with my friend in Connecticut. Blizzard there today.
A blizzard. Well, it's chilly today. It's cold, and I don't like to be cold, but it's not blizzard. It's much warmer. Your friend would probably love where I live right now.
Yeah, I think so. So sometimes he went to Florida in the wintertime. Yeah, to escape from the coldness in Connecticut. Yeah. Yes.
So sometimes he goes to Florida when he can.
Yes, that's right. He moved to Florida maybe 1 month or so in the wintertime.
Nice. And Mohammed, is your sound working? How are you? Sound is not working. Okay, so when he gets his sound working, he will be free to join us. So who can say what class is about today?
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation? Yeah, but what are we doing with pronunciation?
I think we bring
Sorry.
some difficult pronunciation to practice, I think. Sorry, go ahead, Ralph.
Almost. No, I was laughing because sorry, it was funny. Rafa, you sounded like you were trying to use American sarcasm because what are we going to do with pronunciation? Improve? Like, really? What gave you that idea?
I'm trying to be more clever than I am.
Trying to be what we call in English a smart aleck. No, I'm joking. So, well done, well done. Okay. You're like me. Sometimes I'm more funny when I'm not trying than when I am trying to be funny. So, yes, we are going to
Oh, so funny.
we are going to improve pronunciation. And so the assignment, if you read in the reminder and hopefully you received the calendar, I am trying to find ways to improve the emails so that more people get the calendar, is that I wanted you to bring to class or have in your mind 2 or 3 words that you have trouble pronouncing in English. And I know what you're going to say. I know what you're thinking. You have more than 2 or 3 that you have trouble with, but we only have a certain amount of time. So 2 or 3 is the limit.
The whole dictionary.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So, wow, I can tell this is going to be an interesting class.
Yes, I thought about that, and for me, this is difficult. How hard she see. These sounds are difficult to make to me.
Unfortunately, they're not words, but we can do a class that actually gives me an idea for a future class. We can do a class for phrases, if you like, difficult phrases to pronounce. We can definitely do that. But for today, the focus is on actual words. So have you been able to think about any phrases?
Seashells. She sells seashells in the seashore.
That's a tongue twister that we don't usually use in a conversation, but yeah, that one's hard.
Yeah. So okay, go ahead.
Could you repeat?
Yeah, she sells seashells on the seashore. Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done, but really, yeah, so we're focusing today on words like, for example, there was a class, this is actually a recycled class. I have taught it before. Peter, welcome.
Hi there. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I can
excellent.
hear you quite well.
Mm,
So don't
nice.
yell. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
These guys have been making me laugh, and now my mind is like in Goofy Land or something. So forgive me. Um, we are talking about the topic of the class, which is pronouncing difficult words. And I was going to say that the first time that I taught this class, one of the students brought up, she brought the word bilingual, which Americans actually pronounce in two different ways. They say bilingual with an E sound, or some of them say it with an I sound, bilingual. So it's, and neither of them is necessarily incorrect. It's really kind of regional. So she chose the one that worked for her. But does that give you a clue,
Yeah.
Ken?
Yes,
I
yes.
have, I have
Yes.
3 of them.
You
If
have
I
3
may.
of them? All
Yeah.
right, so let's start with your first one. And the way we're going to do this is you're going to give the word or write it if you really don't know how to say it. And I'm going to say it 3 times. Your job will be to say it 3 times after me. And then Ken will be the next victim. He will try to say it 3 times. And then Piotr. So basically for each word, we're going to access it or use it so much as a class that you will be dreaming about it tonight.
A nightmare.
All right, so what's your first word?
Culture. I don't
Hmm.
know if I pronounce properly. Culture.
You've almost got it right. So the
Okay. I'm
stress,
waiting.
the accent is on the first syllable. And the biggest clue that I can give you for how to pronounce this word is that you don't actually pronounce the T. This T-U-R-E combination in English is pronounced chur with a ch-er, chur.
Culture.
Mhm.
Chur.
So culture.
Culture.
Mm-hmm.
Culture.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, and again, the accent is on the first syllable. So I'm going to say it 3 times. And Rafa, because this is your word, you're going to go first. Then Ken, and then Piotr. And I can tell he's already just about there. So, okay, culture, culture, culture.
I
Rafa?
repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Culture. Culture. Culture.
Mm-hmm. Much better. Yeah, culture.
Culture.
Ken.
Okay. Culture. Culture. Culture.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So one thing that I would suggest for you, because you already have been working on this RL thing in English, I can tell. But I would suggest that you maybe work on pronouncing it after a U. Ul, culture.
Culture. Culture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Culture.
And what I would suggest for you, Rafa, is your instinct is going to be to pronounce it culture because it's a U. And you want to keep doing what you're doing now and pronounce it culture.
Culture.
Yes.
Culture. That's the point.
All right. Piotr, you're up.
Culture. Culture. Culture.
Hmm. So pronounce it a little faster and don't think about the T. It's ch, like pretend there's a CH there.
Culture. Culture. Culture.
Much better. Culture. Hmm.
Culture. Okay, thanks.
So now you're going to dream about cultures tonight, right? All right. And Ken, what is your first word? Have you got one for us?
Okay, how about this? Guam, Guam, Guam.
Guam. You talking about the place?
Yes, island. Guam Island.
Mm-hmm. So just a little hint, since it's a place, you want to write it with the capital.
Yeah, yes, yes. Capital. Yeah, capitalized. Yeah. Guam.
Yeah, so this one it's not pronounced Guam.
Mhm.
It's actually pronounced with one syllable, and it makes a W, like a W sound after the G. And the A is more like the Spanish A, which in English is a short O.
Mhm.
Ah. G,
Ah,
W, A, M.
Guam.
Mm-hmm.
Guam.
But with your W, you're saying your W like a ooh, so you want to make it more complete. W.
What? Gum.
Uh-huh.
Gum. Gum. Guam.
No, Guam.
Gu. Guam.
But put your lips closer together.
Guam. Guam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're getting there.
Guam. Okay.
Oh, Anna's here. Long time no see, my dear.
Yes, long time no see. I'm glad that I could make it up today.
Yes, I could see by your posts in English in our Hangouts group in the Google community that we managed together that you have your motivation back. So it seems like a little bit. So welcome. So right now we are working on Ken's word, and the way that we're going to do this, it's his word. So he's going to go first, then Pieter, and then Rafa, I hope you don't mind to sort of maximize speaking time for Anna. I'm going to let her go after Pieter. So we're going to keep our order, and you will go last. All right, so here we go. Ken, Guam, Guam, Guam.
Guam. Guam. Guam.
Mm-hmm. Nicely done. Okay.
Thank
Pieter.
you.
Guam, Guam, Guam.
Nice. Anna.
Guam, Guam, Guam.
Mm-hmm. Guam. Yeah, that's not a hard word for you, I can tell. All right, Rafa.
Guam, Guam, Guam,
Mm-hmm. Make your G more of a G sound. Guam.
Guam, Guam, Guam.
Mm-hmm. So what I want to suggest in your studies is that you work a little more on this G sound, because it's not a, and don't feel bad, it's very common when you come from Spanish. This G is before certain letters is kind of difficult. So I do want to suggest that when you're thinking about what to study, what to work on this one.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Pieter, have you got a word for us?
Yes. For example, mode. Mode. I don't know how to pronounce correct that word.
Can you spell it?
M-O-N-T-H. Mode.
M-O and yes. All right. So this one's a little weird because it's written with an O, but we actually pronounce it with a short U sound, So think about the word uh-oh. It's the same sound. So, and then we have N after it and th. So, th. Month.
Month, month,
Mhm.
month, month.
All right, so I'm going to repeat it 3 times, and you will be the first to repeat it. All right?
Okay.
Month, month, month.
Month, month, month.
Beautiful. Lovely. Okay. Anna.
Month,
3 times.
month, month.
Mhm. All right, so here's a little hint for you, because coming from Portuguese, the th sound is really difficult, I know. So when you are practicing, really exaggerate the tongue between the teeth. So let's pretend this is the top teeth, bottom teeth. You really want to stick that tongue through the teeth because it's impossible. It's almost impossible to make an F sound when your tongue is really between your teeth. So stick that tongue way out, not with people because that's rude, but when you're practicing, really exaggerate sticking the tongue out and you'll get month.
Okay. Month,
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay, Rafa.
Month, month, month.
Nice. Well done. Okay. Ken.
Okay. Month, month, month.
So usually in sentences, we do say it much more quickly, the t, like that. Just for practice though, can you try drawing out or making that th a little longer and clearer?
Month, month, month.
Yeah, yeah, nice. Mohammed, is your sound working? No, it's not. Oh, brother. I'm going to have to research Hangouts connection problems and see if I can help. I can't do it now, of course, but okay. Who was next? So Pieter's word. Oh yeah. So Anna, have you got a word?
who?
You. Have
Me?
you got a word?
Mm-hmm. Okay. There are some sit and sit, and also sit and sit, and blend and blend.
Ah, okay. So
Sorry.
unfortunately, we can only work on, we're working on individual words today. So I'm going to choose the one that I think is probably the most difficult and is going to be the most useful to work on for other words, because I've noticed that when people have the native language of Portuguese, the E sound at the end of a word often gets dropped. And so I want to suggest that we work on pronouncing city, because it often, when my Portuguese students, or sorry, my Brazilian students say that, they actually make it sound like sit. And as you know, though, those are both two very different words. And Riaz is here. Hello, sir. Oh dear, I think. You're not muted. Riaz, hello? Okay, something is wrong with your sound, so check your settings to see if you are using the correct microphone. All right, so Anna, here we go. I'm going to repeat the word 3 times, and you will be the first to practice. City, city, city.
Okay. Is it the second city or the first one?
It's
City?
city.
Ah, okay. City, city,
Mhm.
city.
So one thing that's helpful is we have the T in the middle of the word. And as you know from one of the classes that I have taught, and of course other sources, is that when you have a T in the middle of the word, it's pronounced much like a D. So it's city. And which you did very well, but perhaps this, since if you can remember that it's not like a T, perhaps it will help you to distinguish it or make it different from seat or sit and pronounce that E at the end. Okay, Rafa, city.
City. City. City.
Okay, you can come to America now. Okay,
Thank
Ken.
you.
Okay, city, city, city,
And make it a little more like a D. City, city.
city.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Riaz, is your sound working? Nope. I wonder if there's a connection problem. Maybe try to turn off your camera. I don't know if it's on or not, but if you try to turn off your camera, sometimes that improves connection. All right. Pieter.
City, city, city.
Beautiful. So are you coming to America with Rafa?
Maybe.
Okay, very nice. And we are back to Rafa. What is your second word, sir?
Subtle. Subtle. It's writing SUTILE. I think. Subtle.
I'm not sure.
Subtle.
Are you talking
Subtle.
about this word?
No, no. Is SU without the B.
Right, but I don't recognize that as an English word. but we have the word subtle with a B.
Without the E at the end too. Subtle. U-T-I-L, I think. Sorry.
No, that's not a word either that I
No?
recognize. Are you talking about a word that's pronounced subtle?
Subtle. When you are talking about something that is so smooth or little difference between one thing and another.
Yes, subtle. Okay, that one is actually spelled with a
Subtle.
B, a silent B.
Sorry.
That's okay. Sorry is not allowed, remember?
Sorry.
Bad boy, eject. Don't say it, don't say it. Okay.
I was in America and right now I am in another place.
Yeah. I'm just teasing you. It's okay. All right. Yeah, this I know is really confusing because we have a problem in English, at least if you're learning English, it's a problem with silent letters and they pop up in the weirdest places. So subtle is spelled with a B and it also has that nasty little E at the end that in a lot of cases would make the I say I. So we have a word like this, which would be pronounced tile. But as you know, English doesn't always behave like you expect it will. And in this case, we have the word subtle with a silent B, and the accent is on first syllable. And the second syllable is unstressed. So it is pronounced tull. Tull with like if maybe some of you have heard of the schwa vowel between the T and the L because it's unstressed. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat it 3 times. And it also kind of has that weird T in the middle that sounds more like a D than a T. So I will repeat with a little maybe distance between the words so you can really get it in your mind. Subtle, subtle, subtle.
Subtle. Subtle.
Riaz, is your sound working? Nope.
Hello.
Oh, yay. There you are. Hello.
Hi. Teacher Holly?
Yes. So we are working together to practice pronouncing the word subtle. And Ken is going to repeat next, then Piotr, then Anna, and then you will repeat. Each person repeats 3 times. So, Ken, you're up.
Okay. Saddle, saddle, saddle.
Open your mouth a little more and move your tongue because it's more of a, you're saying more of an ah sound, but you want to say subtle, just like in uh-oh.
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 Saddle, saddle.
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay. Piotr.
Saddle, saddle, saddle.
Oh, very, very well done. I think any
Anyway,
native speaker
what
would
does it
know
mean?
this is.
What does it mean, subtle?
It means small difference, and usually we use it to talk about a difference between things that is so small that it's difficult to notice. For example, when we talk about present perfect and simple past, sometimes the difference in meaning is a little bit subtle, especially if you are coming from another language.
Okay, thanks.
Or even more subtle is the difference between using present tense to talk about a scheduled event, like when we have our next class, and using present continuous when our next class, when we are having our next class. Yes, when we are having our next class. There's a subtle difference in meaning there. And it's even more subtle if it's not your native language. So, Anna, you're up.
Okay. Subtle. Subtle. Subtle.
Mm-hmm. Subtle. You are pronouncing it very clear, but I want to suggest that when you are thinking about what to study, what to work on this vowel because it's very understandable, but it's a bit in your nose. It sounds like it's coming out of it, which is very common because your language has nasalized vowels, which are very interesting, by the way, but they don't work so well in English.
Nah, Bidora.
Okay, Riaz, you are next. Please repeat the word 3 times. Did we lose him? Mohammed, are you with us? And we can't hear you either. Okay. So that was Rafa. Ken, your next word, please.
Okay, I found a very challenging word. This. Auto. I think it's a kind of ear doctor or something. I don't
What
know.
the heck?
I think it means ear doctor, you know, the doctor for ears or something, or ears and nose. I don't know, maybe common word could be different, probably.
Yeah, I think it is, and I think the other students are going to kill you.
But I cannot pronounce by myself, actually.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not even sure I'm familiar with this word, so let me. O-R. Why are there spaces between? That makes it really hard to read.
Yeah.
Can you rewrite it, please? Because for some reason there are spaces between the.
Okay, with space, you mean? What you maybe separating word, maybe. Auto.
Yeah, I can't even read it because the lines in the chat window are so short. It's putting spaces between them or something, so I'm having trouble even reading it.
Maybe spacing like this can work.
No, I'm trying to do it without spaces because I can't.
Without spaces.
auto. Oh my word.
Okay, maybe it's too difficult. So maybe another word. Okay, more common word. But what do you say if you go to this kind of doctor and maybe more common word is available?
Um,
This doctor.
like an okay. You're talking about a doctor that takes care of the ears, nose, and throat, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, we usually just call them an ear, nose, and throat specialist,
Okay, okay,
which
simple.
is a whole phrase.
Okay.
We do have, though, someone who specializes in the ear, in dealing with just audiologist.
Audiologist. Okay, I got it.
So why don't we work on that one because it's kind of long, just for the fun of it.
This word is difficult for me to pronounce.
Oh,
Squirrel.
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 Okay. Yeah. All right. I think that will be good that will actually be better for everyone to work on because
Okay.
it's a common sound combination, like in girl and twirl. So, all right, squirrel. Okay. Kind of how my brain feels today, like a squirrel. All right, so 3 times. And some people, I will say, pronounce it with 1 syllable, like in girl.
Mhm.
Girl, like that. Some people choose to pronounce it in 2 syllables, squirrel, squirrel. And neither of them is wrong. So you can choose. I think I have a tendency to pronounce it with 2. So that is what you will hear.
Mhm.
Squirrel, squirrel,
Squirrel.
squirrel.
Okay. Squirrel. Squirrel. Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, so I think it's very clear now, especially when you pronounce it slowly. And there's nothing wrong if you have to use it in a conversation. There's nothing wrong with slowing down just for a second and pronouncing this word, because your goal, of course, your first priority is being understood. So if you need to slow down a little bit to pronounce this word or words like girl to make them more clear, that's okay. It's not going to make you sound stupid. So do it. But I think also if you take my suggestion from earlier and work on this O combination, that will also help you pronounce this word and other words that use this combination more correctly.
Okay.
All right, Piotr, you're up.
Scroll, 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 something like that. I have no idea.
Okay, so it's got a weird combination in the beginning, and that's where you seem to be having the trouble. Is sk? It's sk w, squirrel.
Scroll, scroll, squirrel, squirrel.
Okay, you're getting better. You want to work on your o, squirrel, because this o sound is in words like girl and hurl, which means to throw something really hard. Squirrel. So when you are thinking about what to work on, find words like girl and hurl and twirl that you can practice pronouncing. Anna, you're up.
Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel,
Get a little more of a W in there. Squirrel.
squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
Squirrel. Yes, it's understandable. So the w before an like in whirl, or world is one that I suggest that you work on. Rafa, you're up.
Squirrel. Squirrel. Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel.
Squirrel. Squirrel. Oh my God. Difficult one. Squirrel.
Oh, Mohammed, you are muted. Hello. Mohammed, click the microphone button next to your picture. All right, well, when he figures that out. Who did we stop at? Ken. Okay, so Pietr's gone. Anna, have you got another word?
Sit. The other one.
Ah, seat.
Mhm.
Okay. So the most important part of this word that is the E sound, the E sound. And this one, your tongue, like the middle of your tongue needs to almost touch the top of your mouth. And your tongue is going to be, the end of your tongue is going to be toward the front of your mouth. E, seat. So I'm going to pronounce it 3 times with a slow vowel like that, so it's really clear. Seat, seat, seat.
Okay. Sit. Sit. Sit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very clear. And I have this seat. All right. Rafa, you're up.
Sit. Sit. Sit.
Okay, your tongue is too low. Bring your tongue up higher. E.
Sit. Sit.
Yeah, it's still too low. I'm trying to think what E. Yeah, so when you work on this, your E vowel is like in, what is a Spanish word that I can compare it to?
Sit.
Not pico de gallo because that's Mexican. Um, um, oh, that's odd. I never even saw him join. Okay. All right, I'll keep thinking, and if I think of a Spanish word too that has the same vowel in it, I'll let you know. Yes, so Ken.
Okay. Sheet. Sheet. Sheet.
Okay, you're pronouncing sheet, which is sh, like a sheet of paper, and you want to pronounce s
Okay. Different one. This
with an S.
SEAT.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got it. Sheet. Sheet. Sheet.
Yeah, you're still making your sh sound, our SH sound. So what I suggest is that this is another one you work on, is pronouncing the difference, because sh, with s, your tongue needs to point, again, it needs to point out toward the front of your mouth, like you're a snake. Seat.
Seat.
Yeah.
Seat.
Huh?
See.
Okay. Pietro, we're pronouncing seat, which will be, I think, easy for you.
Okay. Seat. Seat. Seat.
Very nice. Siavash, hello. And he has like 9 minutes. But we have no sound from you. You are not muted. Siavash, if you are using a computer, find the microphone button next to your, I'm sorry, not the microphone button. It's a round gear button, your settings, and sometimes maybe you are using the wrong microphone. Your microphone isn't set correctly. So you can check your audio settings. That was Anna. And so it's Rafa's turn again. Have you got another word for us, Rafa? Rafa, have you got another word for us? You are muted. Oh, he's having connection problems. Okay.
I'm having, yeah. Right now, could you hear me? Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Oh, I'm having connection problem. Then another word
Sí,
I
por
would
favor.
like to comfort. Nice. Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Okay, there's a little trick to this one. Depending on your region, some people pronounce this word comfortable. Comfortable. So all of the not all of, okay, so the first two syllables have some stress, and the final two don't. So this is a 4-syllable word. Yes. Very good. But many people actually pronounce it like this. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Comfortable.
I used to pronounce this for years and years. I grew up pronouncing it comfortable. But, no. I'm sorry. I don't know why it deleted my F. No. Stupid autocorrect. Hold on. COMF. Her. TER. BLE. Comfortable. And it will not. Yeah. I can't get the autocorrect to stop. So, I think And sometimes they don't even pronounce the they pronounce the comfortable.
Comfortable. Comfortable.
Comfortable. So I'm actually going to teach you to pronounce it this way because it's so common and it's, I think, a little easier than pronouncing it the way it's written. So comfortable, comfortable, comfortable.
Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it always sounds a little strange when you exaggerate like that, but that's how you have to do it during practice. But if you pronounce it that way, everyone's going to understand you. The only
This is
people who
important.
will think you're weird are the people who pronounce it like it's written, comfortable.
Comfortable. That's right. We can go to America.
Exacto. All right, Ken, comfortable.
Okay. Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Good. Peter.
Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Nice. Nice. Okay, all of you can come to America. Anna, you're up.
Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Very nice. Very understandable. Very nice. Silvash, is your sound working?
I am no. Can you hear me?
It is now. Can you
hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you please pronounce?
Okay.
Can you please? Yeah, comfortable.
What?
Can you say it 3 times, please?
Yes. Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Nice.
Thank you.
Muhammad, is your sound working? No, it is not. Bummer. Okay. Whose word was that? That was Rafa's word. How are we doing on time? Okay, we're about out of time. We don't have time for another word. But I can tell you, Silvash especially, and the people who came late, there is another session in 1 hour. And if you are able to come to that, we will be able to do more words. But for now, this is the final class. The classes for today, session 1 and 2, are the final classes for 2016. So I wanted to know, before we all leave, can each of you please share maybe, if you can think of one quickly, a nice memory that you have of a public class in the past from 2016. And because we just finished with a word from Rafa, I'm going to ask Ken to go first, please.
Yeah, every course I attended, I can learn a lot. So yeah, these classes are very helpful, useful for me to learn English. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mr. Pieter?
I don't know. I like your classes, and I like your work, whole work on your website, your audio files, and your articles. So keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you. Was there maybe a class that was your favorite? I know you've only been to a few, but
Yeah. I have one. That is when you describe what does it mean. Actually, perfect continuous. What have you been up to? and that is excellent experience for me.
Okay, great.
I learned a lot in that classes.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm very glad. That's always, something that a teacher likes to hear. Okay, Anna.
I I love your classes very much, and I enjoyed all of them. But I have a soft spot for games. So my favorite
Ah.
was, can you remember 1, 2, 3?
Oh, yeah. Can you remember 1, 2, 3? That one was crazy. Yeah, that was cool. I want to something I want to do is perfect the directions for it a little bit, and maybe do that one again sometime. Rafa.
I'm enjoy with all of them, but one pretty interesting thing for me, at least in my humble opinion, is when you know a lot of in Spanish and in Portuguese language, and you can difference between one sound and another, and the similarities between one sound and another, and this is pretty important because I am comfortable when you are your tips other things, your comprehension about other languages, important point. And one interesting class was when you were talking about the past perfect, looking backwards. First time I heard about, and it's an interesting sentence in order to meaning of the past tense like that.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, you're talking about the two classes on present perfect, right?
Present perfect, that right.
Past perfect is actually similar, but it's looking back from the past to something that is further in the past.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to do a class on that one as well, I think. Silvash, I know that you have only been to a class last week and this week. So do you have any little memory or comment about the classes? Maybe you have watched some of them.
About previous classes? Well, actually, I just joined one of your classes. I was not able to join the classes, or I would joined sooner. And tonight I had a bad internet connection, so I didn't I wasn't able to join your class sooner.
I understand. Well, you are welcome anytime.
Thank you.
And okay, it looks like I haven't forgotten to talk with anyone. So again, there will be another session at 7:30 p.m. GMT. And there is no session 3 today, unfortunately, because I'm going to go celebrate. So if you cannot come to session 2, I will see you in 2017. And if you can, I will see you in session 2. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.